Mark, obviously you don't want to repeat of what happened Tuesday night in terms of the results, but how do you go about making sure that you get a win? Do you demand a reaction? How do you go about it?
You know, with other groups of players, you have to demand things. This group, not at all. I'm just going to ask them to go again. I've got complete faith in them. They've been brilliant all season, and they've put us in the position we're in. And I'm not looking for a response, because a response makes it sound as if we didn't play well, we didn't perform to the levels we have done. We didn't score goals, we weren't clinical enough. But the performance, particularly in the first half, was excellent. And I'm just want them to go again, go and enjoy themselves, go and realise what's got us into this position and keep doing it. And I have every faith that they will do that.
And how do you go about getting more chances in the box? Because that was the one thing perhaps that was missing on Tuesday.
Well, we've got a couple of days now on the training ground, and it'll be all about that. It'll all be about getting more bodies in the box, getting more quality in the box, and putting the final touch to it. There's not a lot wrong with our game at the moment, and like I said before, my message to the players is clear and simple: just go again.
When you first used this formation, you did wonder if it would work at home.
Yeah.
If you're now saying, well, there's not a lot wrong with our game, presumably you won't be revisiting and thinking, well, can it still work at home?
I'm always looking at things, always thinking, you know, do we need to play a different way? Do we need to do this, do that? It stood us well over the last month, 6 weeks, and whatever we go with will be the what we think's right. And I say, just keep doing what they're doing. I have no problems with any player at the moment, and we just got to keep, like I said, keep believing. They keep us made 3 or 4 really good saves on Tuesday night, so just be a little bit more clinical and put the ball in the back of the net, and just keep believing in what we're doing.
All the strikers are doing well in their own right. They've all got goals this season, but there's no sort of obvious partnership with the strikers or combinations that necessarily work together. You get combinations all over the field. You look at Alan Bennett and Steve Elliott, for instance, performing well at the back. Do you almost sort of, I know perhaps the formation doesn't allow for it at the moment, but do you need sort of better combinations to be working up front?
When you play one central striker and 2 wider players off that, it just has to be about whoever plays just has to want to score. That midfield players want to score. Wide players have got to get in the box. Just understanding of roles, and also just wanting to keep getting in there and having the belief that that's the right thing to do, and they've got to just keep doing it. I'm not interested in combinations and stuff like that. I'm just more interested in the 11 combining, working really hard for each other, and keep producing the quality that we are. No one's going to make it easy for us. No team's just going to come and lie down. I keep saying that. And Plymouth are going to be exactly the same. It's up to just us to take a little bit more care, a little bit more responsibility, and just do our jobs just a touch better than we did the other night.
And Plymouth, bottom of the table, but I mean, presumably they've just got this sort of siege mentality, which means that you won't be taking them lightly.
Of course we will. I've said that all along. We don't do that. Carl's gone in there and done a decent job in very difficult circumstances, and it's going to be a tough game. You know, for an hour against Oxford they did well. I had somebody there, and it's going to be a tight game. We've got to be patient. We've got to be brave. We've got to just keep doing what we're doing.
Injuries? How's the squad?
We're okay. Jack should be training tomorrow, and apart from that, I think Theo should be training. I think we're okay.
Thank you. Good luck.
My pleasure.
Mark, on the goalkeeping situation, every time we've called on Scott since Jack's come, he's come in for 3 games and done well, hasn't he? But
yeah.
Is Jack still, if he's fit, the first choice at the moment?
That's the way to say on Saturday, John. You know, he's got to come through training today at Birmingham, training with us tomorrow hopefully, and we'll see where we are from there. Scotty did very well again the other night. I have no doubt about that, and we'll see where we go.
Yeah, Jack seems to have a very calming influence. Not anything against Scott, but yeah. Jack, he's very good at commanding and talking.
He's been brilliant, but then I also think the period out of the team has improved, and will keep improving. Scotty, I think that competition that he's got now has really pushed his game on. So, you know, Scotty, we had a good chat. He fully understands where I am, and he's a big part of what we're trying to do here.
Yeah. Hereford obviously turned up and defended for their lives. Crewe to a certain extent. tried to keep things tight. Is that something you think you're going to have to learn to deal with at home this season?
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, absolutely. That's the challenge, that lies ahead of us. But there was more than enough positives to take out of the game, more than enough encouragement to know that we're that far away from making it 6 games on the spin on Tuesday night. So there's no point getting too downbeat. It was always going to happen. Unfortunately, it happened the other night and we didn't want that. It's now just a time just to keep believing and do what we're doing.
Yeah, obviously Plymouth are going to bring a lot more fans than Crewe, so they'll make a lot of noise. And I know you're pleased with the noise at times on Tuesday, but do you want them to start making noise?
And I'm not, like I said the other night to you, it's not criticism. It's not anything other than the more they come and really support the boys, and I mean, singing and chanting and really making some noise. That gives you such confidence out there, and gives you, the players love it when there's a really good atmosphere, and I think it inspires people, and it particularly inspires the home players. Especially if our fans are the ones making the noise, and they'll make a lot of noise. They'll be vocal on Saturday, and I know ours will be too. So all I want is just everybody pulling in the right direction. Everybody just embracing where we are, not getting frightened by it, and that's the players, the supporters, my staff, everybody, and just channeling our efforts, whatever it takes for 2 hours on a Saturday or 2 hours on a Tuesday night, into keep pushing on.
Yeah, are there any opportunities to get extra players in at the moment, or are you working, sticking with what you got at the moment?
Yeah, we're not in the right at this moment in time. I'm keeping abreast with everything that 1 or 2 perhaps might happen over the next before December, but as I say, nothing will happen this weekend.
Cheers, Mark.
A couple more from me, if I may, Mark. One of my colleagues spoke to the chairman on Tuesday night, talking about new contracts, talks for you and Neil, with your deals up at the end of the season. Presumably, delighted to hear that sort of backing from the chairman this early.
Of course I am, but I'm not interested in that right this moment in time. It's 3 points on Saturday, and then we move on. Games have been thick and fast, and the players have been doing the business like I knew they would do. I mean, it's just that'll take care of itself, as and when that happens. But we'll sort that out.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks, Mark.